Now recognize my colleague from North Carolina, Ms. Ross, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman Franklin and Ranking Member Ammo, for holding this very important and timely hearing. And thank you to our witnesses for joining us today. As we witnessed devastating floods in Texas, New Mexico, and my home state of North Carolina, displacing families, damaging infrastructure, and costing so many lives, we're reminded that weather forecasting isn't just science, it is survival. Emerging technologies are transforming how we collect and interpret weather data, and that is a good thing. From AI-powered models and high-resolution satellites to drone-based atmospheric sensing, we can now equip our outstanding forecasters at the National Weather Service with improved tools to predict weather patterns with increasing precision, and that's happening in the private sector as well. When these technologies are combined with data from traditional sources like weather balloons and radar systems, we gain a clearer, more comprehensive view of weather patterns than ever before. However, as we've heard, this progress is under threat. The Trump administration has proposed sweeping cuts to our nation's weather agencies, including the closure of all federally funded meteorology labs. Eliminating them means communities like those in Texas, New Mexico, and North Carolina, and of course across the country, will face the next disaster with less warning and fewer tools to respond. Consider the breakthrough by students at Stanford University who developed a cutting-edge AI forecasting model that rivals and in some cases surpasses existing systems. That model depends heavily on high-quality, long-term government weather data, data that has now been discontinued due to budget cuts. Emerging technologies hold immense promise, but they can't function without funding. And if we do not have sustained investment in core data and scientific research, even the most innovative solutions will not produce the warnings that we need. Weather forecasting is simply not a luxury. It's a critical service that protects communities, informs farmers, supports transportation, and saves lives. We must fight in a bipartisan way to preserve and strengthen our weather agencies and not dismantle them. Artificial intelligence is reshaping the future of weather modeling, offering new opportunities to generate faster, more localized, and potentially more accurate forecasts. And thank you, Dr. Gupta, for sharing with us about this. These advances are being driven by improvements in computing, access to large-scale environmental data sets, innovation, and foundational models. As the technology evolves, it raises important questions about how NOAA can harness its potential to improve public forecasting and resilience. Dr. Gupta and then Mr. Cavett. Because AI-based models rely on historical weather data to determine their output, areas with limited previously recorded data, and we heard a little bit about this with the Texas farms, right, particularly in rural and low-income communities, may be more challenging to detect. What are the significant challenges with data limitation? How can we best unlock innovation in weather predicting systems, particularly given their potential impacts on emergency preparedness and public safety decisions in these areas where you cannot get the information? So Dr. Gupta first.
Thank you for the question. I would say this is not completely true at the moment with large-scale machine learning models that can actually combine data from satellites, global-scale data with highly localized data and generalize to locations which may not have the same sensors available. So these are the technologies that actually allow you to combine data from many different kinds of sensors that are not always easy to use with existing physical models. Like if you talk to people on the NOAA side, people will tell you, like even with respect to existing observations, they're probably not able to use vast majority of them in their current operational models. So from that perspective, AI is actually very interesting and transformative in terms of using even existing data much better.
Thank you. Mr. Cavett?
Thank you. First, I'll say, AI as an innovation, it's opening many doors in this industry. It allows us to ingest more data. It reduces the computational costs of these models, but it also requires training data. And for us to, excuse me, provide better data in these communities, we need higher resolution data in those areas in order to train the models to be effective. I would posit that one of the core ways we do that is from space. We need higher revisit observations from space, similar to what the commercial industry is building, in order to enable those models to really deliver the value that they can.
Thank you, and I yield back.